Alright, so with, again, the hype up, I know I've been talking about the anniversary for a little bit now because literally it's almost here. But today, I recently got my ability here to open up a mold. And I already know, and I'm telling you now, because I'm going to trash talk mold in this video and talk about changes I want to see in the game, I'm going to pull a SSR character. It's just, for the last molds, if you watched any of my old summons videos, I've opened up at least 7 molds so far from these ones over here, and I got nothing, okay? I've opened at least 20, maybe 30 of these, and I think like 10 somewhat SSRs, which is very abysmal. But I am hoping here today that we actually kind of pop off in some sort of format. But again, I did want to talk about changes that I really want to see before, or rather during the anniversary, that they go and acknowledge and kind of bring up. Because across the board, there's a lot in the game that is good, and recently with quality of life updates, I think we can all agree there has been some great steps in the right direction, being like, first, a nice little like thing that we didn't expect, where if you go over here, you have a little daily gift, a weekly gift, and a monthly gift, adds to the gem income, which is good. Though again, I saw the initial hatred towards it in my comments section, like when the video dropped. I saw like a lot of people saying, "Hey, this is how creators have to hype up the smallness of changes because the game is so dead," or something like that. It's a good change. You click a button today and you get an extra 100 a month. I guess I get it. It's 2 singles. I said it was pretty low, but it's one additional thing, which is fine. I mean, again, I guess I did hype it up, so I am wrong for that, I guess. I don't know. I can't win in life, but hey, let's go with it. And then again, since launch, we did get PvP, which adds a little bit of gem income into that. So there has been some quality of life updates across the board, some content pieces that help with the initial problems, but I do hope with this anniversary, with all that was promised in the dev notes, which we saw, was pretty extensive. But yes, hopping over here, you can clearly see there's a lot that they have planned. You have the field background getting added, a new one. You have the main storyline, Tyrant Class Rapture, Lost Sector, major event. This is a major update, as they say. Blah blah is gonna get a little bit more additions. There is a lot planned, right? So I do hope in this update, when they launch all the half anniversary stuff, there are changes that are made, because people are quitting unnecessarily, right? There is a thing with this game that it started off very hot for a lot of players. They loved it. They hit a wall, then they couldn't bypass that wall. And again, when you play for weeks on end without any progress, it hurts and you quit, right? So that does happen. I do see that 160 still is a little bit more of an apparent problem. There could have been more changes here and there to kind of help with that. Again, if the wall was a little less and there's like more walls afterwards, you just want to feel a little progress. Like if you go 3 or 4 weeks without progress, you get burnt out. That happens. When you grind for 4 weeks, you get a mold from a tower that should be guaranteed, but it's not, and then you open it, you feel miserable that you just spent 4 weeks of daily doing this thing, and you got nothing. Again, it's a gacha game. I understand the rates are there, but there are changes that can be made to lessen the players that quit and just bring nice little things to the game that help and are useful. So again, I do hope to see some like stuff with that, but I did definitely get off topic here. So first, we'll open up my mold, see if I am complaining for nothing. This is again a 50-50, right? So in Genshin, I fail every time, which is great. So this is gonna go wonderful for me. But because I designed a video around this mold, it is going to give it to me. I guarantee you. My luck is that bad, it'll swap it because I'm complaining. It's gonna show like, hey, he complained for nothing, he got something, right? So watch, I'm telling you, it'll be the case. I told you. See, I knew it was gonna happen. It's gonna give me something because I'm complaining for nothing. You see what I mean? I hate this. Oh my god. I got volume 2. That means I have 2 volume dupes. All right, boys, I'm spending 15 bucks now. Let's go for it. I'm just kidding. But I think now I can theoretically do that for volume, right? Is that not the thing? Right? Yeah. Oh my god. I knew that would happen because I'm talking about it, but regardless, people fail, and I have failed on every other one, but because I designed this video around it, it had to do it to me, okay? But yes, over time, I do hope that they at least increase the percentage or just guarantee the percentage. At a point, you'll run out of those, right? Yes, floors keep getting added, but you'll hit a point where it'll take you a while to get the rest of them. You'll get like 2 or 3, 4, right? And at a point, 50-50 on all of those, it kind of sucks. I do, again, hope in the future, after a lot of time has progressed, they say, you know what? Let's up it. Let's say 70%, or let's go 100%. You grind 4 weeks, or somewhat time, right? And you don't get anything. It is miserable. You do these also, right? They upped it by 1%. You're like, oh, just to like, again, 61%. Why? Could have upped it a little bit more. Could have made it a little bit better. Molds are pretty hard to obtain after you get your set currency spent out from the start of the game, right? So to obtain those, it'll take you a while. It could have been a little bit more upped, if you will. Again, the 160 wall, they give away this to kind of help with it and help players progress through it, which was great. Could have been more free SSR events, or throw some more multis here and there into the game's economy so that you can at least try and progress through that a little bit faster. Gear was also an inherent problem, though they did make some quality of life changes to help with that. And I do think that I saw the amount of gear hatred definitely died down a little bit. Then with the double drop events, that was also great quality of life to deal with the gear problem, which is great on their part. There's also the problem, and I still stand in this, and I recently saw like a Reddit post on this, right, about how the shops very much lack like rewards. Yeah, for the amount of currency you'll have here, 781k. I mainly buy these each day that I need it. The gear is useless. Some shops like this are dull crap, and they could definitely see like revitalization across the board, making them pretty useful in just, you know, being able to spend them. Here, you mainly ignore the shop. Here in the mileage shop, like, there could have been better dupes given, which aren't. For example, the only pilgrim really here, I think, is Noah. Is that right? But it's like, you could have thrown the other pilgrims in there. You didn't. Okay. It was like a bug originally. We thought that they just didn't, but they just really don't want to give you a chance to obtain those pilgrims, which is stupid. Maybe in the future, as time progresses, as more pilgrims release, you say, okay, we can backlog it, give you some of the old pilgrims that haven't jumped in here, and give a little bit better of a rotation on it. Would be pretty cool, but again, I think they just don't want to do that. This shop is still really good. Overall, the new changes to co-op was welcome. Yeah, they lowered the gem count, but they did make it easier so you can actually obtain the rest of the stuff here. So it was not more choosing, it's just do whatever you want. So there is a lot that they could do across the shop area also, which would definitely help out. On the PvP side, I would say fix up the servers. A lot of servers are dead, so if you rank pretty high in PvP, you might just not get paid out properly because your server is so dead. So a few changes there would be pretty welcome. I think Lost Sector just gets a little bit of updates here and there is pretty good. Tribe Tower getting more floors constantly added is pretty good. People do want to reset, though I don't think it'll happen in the slightest, but it would be cool once 6 months, or every half anniversary or every anniversary, you reset Tribe Tower, get everybody a chance to get those gems again. I fully doubt that happening, but people cope. But yeah, this was, as mentioned, the thing that I wanted to show you because people did talk about this. Add new items to the arena shop. There was a lot of free cash. That is true. Add new Nikkes in mileage shop. That is pretty much true also. Would be pretty cool. Add new items in recycling shop. There is a lot of free cash. Less people agree with this one, but it's still a good claim. We have another one here. General store is useless. Add valuable items in it. The general store is the main store, right? I mean, it's all right. Yeah, it could use a lot of improvements. Yeah, it pretty much has, I think, just what I don't even buy the gem stuff. I never do. I just buy the currency stuff. So I do understand that also. No need to change. It was 10 people, so yikes. And then show me the answers, whatever. And then there's this coming, right? Honestly, agree with all of the above, basically, right? Most of the shops don't get anything useful. They don't have it, right, at all. And then your mileage shop should be upgraded or updated after every non-limited banner, which is also true. So that is there. Arena shop could also still have lower skill tier upgrades, which is also true, right? There's a lot of changes that can happen, especially look at this comment right here, right? But items are good, but the prices are utterly ridiculous. Yes. And stop asking for us to use gems. Use only credits, please. Exactly. Kind of okay-ish after 60%, after about 70 pulls, right? So there are a lot of improvements that can be made to the shops area, which also is a great thing. Remember that too. In the future, maybe like when you do an event, you can do something on the side also, so it's not the same repeat thing. After you play the event and enjoy the story, you're left with like, oh, what do I do now? You could throw like one of those like dice games here, just like a little side mini game, which is always welcome. The logins are fine. I do stand with that. People did say that this login is pretty good, which it is. I was just saying throw a multi in here because I'm biased. I want to beat 160. Add more events like day by day where we just have some things, challenges to do. But yeah, with that, I'll end the video there. Again, I don't want this video to come off as a complaining video. I'm not trying to do that. I'm just trying to say some changes we welcome and, you know, some of the good ones we might want to see in game, which if you agree, let me know. If you disagree, also let me know.